Hello, Brad here again with part 2 of the restoration of this Beatty brand wringer washer. I'm at the West Coast Railway Heritage Park in Squamish, British Columbia. And this will serve as an update to what has previously transpired. There's been a few challenges in taking this machine apart. Here you can see the machine flipped on its top, casters removed, and the transmission cover taken off. Very unusual compared to a Maytag in that rather than the gear assembly sitting in an oil bath, it's raised, so it is situated on the top, all the mechanism, and then this, what I call a splasher gear, this gear connected to the worm gear, actually splashes oil up from the oil pan. I just can't imagine that that's as efficient a system as, say, a Maytag where it's sitting in an oil bath. When I took the cover off, I mean, God knows how long it had been sitting there, but there was essentially no oil or grease on the gears, and it had all coagulated on the bottom of the pan. And the pan also had some wear holes, or corrosion, I guess. And so I've got Bondo now covering those small holes. They weren't very big, but certainly enough to let the oil leak out. So I'll sand the Bondo tomorrow and then paint this. There you can see the little, they were slightly bigger than pinholes on the underside. So once that's done and sanded, and then I'll fill the pan with oil again, and she should be good to go. It does operate fine, no problem there. Here's the gear mechanism, which is sort of interesting. It's on the side, and it just slides the rack over to the pinion gear there. It's very simple. And here's a few of the other parts that were far more of a challenge to remove than in a Maytag. I just couldn't get over the difference in engineering between two machines. This Canadian-made Beatty was far more complicated to get into than the American-made Maytag, which I love working on. But this was certainly a challenge, and finally I won out. And taking the gears out was a bit of a challenge. So there's the two side panels to the wringer gearbox. Here's the main drive gear, reverse and forward, and then this sliding mechanism goes over the two of them, sliding back and forth to change the direction of the rollers. There's the main drive shaft of the rollers, which of course goes through the middle of both gears. And then there's the bottom gear that turns the directional gears. There's the lever for the wringer. There's the wringer post, stripped of paint and polished now. And a close-up of the gearbox. And I've got all the old oil taken out of it. Far more complicated frame, lots of crevices for rust to collect, and just far more complicated and potentially problematic than a Maytag wringer frame. But certainly interesting to see different designs and engineering concepts. This is the drain boards for the wringer removed. So that's about it. The major challenge was getting gears out of the gearbox and removing some of the tub screws to put new washers so that it won't leak, of course. These are the tub screws, beautiful brass or bronze, so they'll secure the tub to the frame. So that's it for now. Thanks again for your interest and for watching.